Hey, this is Darren from Old Forge Brewing Company, and I made a, well, it's kind of like a, why don't I just describe it to you? So when I was designing this beer, I was trying to think of something new and different, but still along the same vein of what people are familiar and comfortable with. So I kind of started with the idea of a New England or hazy IPA, but I didn't want to go quite down that path. I wanted a lot of the same kind of fruity flavors from it, tropical fruit, citrus fruit, that kind of thing. But I didn't want to put a bunch of adjuncts in it like oats and wheat and that kind of thing. I wanted it to be more like a base beer of like a sweeter type lager, at least as in the malt bill, but then still use the same yeast we use for all our hazy beers and still use the hops that you get from those juicy and hazy IPAs. So what I did is I basically made like the malt bill of a malty lager with hazy yeast, tropical fruit, citrus fruit, juicy type hops, and I kind of mashed them all together. So let's give it a try. All right, yeah, so in the nose, I'm definitely getting just a huge hit of tropical fruit type aromas from the hops and just like a little bit of citrus fruit type aromas from the hops. And by design, most of the hop additions I put in this one were either really late in the boil or in the whirlpool and a lot of dry hopping. So you're gonna get that kind of aroma from that. That's really good. Wow. So, geez. Yeah, just tropical fruit, sweet fruit, citrusy, just like the slightest touch of bitterness. So it's not off-putting at all. Super smooth flavor. None of that adjunct flavor you get from a lot of hazy IPAs. No, I didn't put any wheat or any oats or anything like that in here, because I just wanted like a clean malt base that really brought out the hops themselves. And I got that, which is awesome. That's exactly what I was going for. Man, that is good. So you get a lot of the same flavors of like a juicy IPA or hazy IPA, but you don't get the disadvantages of it. Yes, it is a little bit hazy because of the yeast I use and the fact that I dry hop during fermentation, which keeps a lot of that stuff in suspension, but I wouldn't call it hazy for sure. But man, it's like, I don't know, it's like a juice bomb or something like that. Maybe that's what I'll call it. I don't actually have a name for it yet, but geez, that is good. Wow. Well, I think people are really gonna like this, especially if you're into, hoppy beers at all, hazy IPAs at all. It's absolutely delicious. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I think people are going to be just as happy as I am with it, because I think it's really turned out well. So anyway, stop in for the first time this week. Don't know what it's called yet, but I'll figure it out. Thank you.